So the secret to drawing correct or attractive faces actually has nothing to do with the materials and the features themselves. It all boils down to the guidelines you draw before you even start constructing the face. So this is what I made for my students to help them remember where all the features of the face line up. And I think it can really help you too. And before I show you the exact sheet, I just wanted to show you two examples side by side and how much an impact these drawing guidelines can have. So you can see in this one, there's a vertical line down the center, and then there's a horizontal line across the middle. You have a nose line that's halfway between the eyes and mouth, and then a mouth line that's halfway between that distance. Erasing the guidelines, we have the eye lines in there a little bit more concretely now. We're sketching the areas of the nose and mouth. And as you can see, the vestiges of the guidelines are still there. All right, so that's what the proportions look like. We're creating hair. Hair is something that a lot of my students struggle with. It's very simple. Once you know the little secret, you just pick a point on the head oval, and then you make the body of the hair go up and over the oval, and then also make sure to always come down into the oval as well. Hair has a lot of volume. So we're filling out the rest of the details of her face. We have her eyebrows in. And now we're going to render this in with Sharpie. And the reason why I wanted to show you these two projects back to back really quickly before we go back to talking about the guidelines is because the difference between a correctly proportioned face and an incorrectly proportioned face is super subtle. That's why it's so important to get the proportions done correctly, because it can make a huge, like a subtle change in just inches here or there, or even centimeters, can have a really big impact on your girls. So if you like to do mixed media girls in your art journals and on your canvases, and if you enjoy adding characters to your work like I do, it's really cool to know the little secret behind making those just little tiny tweaks that make the difference between a face that looks good but something is off and you can't quite put your finger on it, and the difference between that and something that looks like a beautiful girl. And it's so funny because I've had these two projects side by side for a while, and I've shown them to quite a number of people, and some people are, they kind of know something is off with one of them, and they'll choose that one on purpose because it's, extra quirky or funky or whatever. And those are good reasons, but the whole point is that if you're trying to achieve something that is realistically beautiful and that has proportions, it's nice to be able to intentionally create that look if you want to. So while neither of these projects is right or wrong, it's really good to compare them side by side so you can, if you want to, again, achieve the same look. All right, so I'm using the same exact materials this time, but I'm using different guidelines. So this time I have the same vertical line down the center, and instead of the horizontal line, the first line being in the middle of the oval, I've raised it up. And that's the most common issue that I see with new drawers, is that their eye line is way too high. The other biggest issue that I see, and I see this even more, I should say, is that there is not enough space between the eyes. So the eyes are too big, number one, and no matter what size your eyes are, you have to make the same exact size eye fit in between them. That's absolutely crucial to making a face look regularly proportioned, or the difference between looking at a face and being like, something's off. And people, you really, sometimes it's hard to discover or identify exactly what's quote unquote wrong with it. It's always the eyes. Okay. So even if I have that same shaped eyes, I would need to wedge a whole nother one in between them. So again, this is a really great example because I'm doing these same projects on the same paper using the same markers, same hairstyles, same, every details in the hair, same everything. And all I'm doing is changing the guidelines that I put down. So it's a really, really helpful example to just see me build them side by side so you can really pay attention and go, okay, I won't do that. So I have a cheat sheet, and it just is a 1 page, and it lists exactly where to put the guidelines. It has it in writing, but then it also has the pictures of the eyes, nose, and mouth, and the eye between the eyes. So you can see it in a nice big format of what they're supposed to look like. But I just wanted to give you the full example of them both side by side, because a lot of people, it's not that they don't believe me, but it's just easier to see when you have the examples in front of you. It just makes a really big difference. So here is them side by side, and you can really see the difference. It's really quite remarkable, actually. So here is the exact guideline sheet that I'm giving away. If you want to, just let me know in the comment section below. It just has, as you can see all the information is spelled out on it. I laminate mine just to keep it safe from all the clutter in my art room. And then I have a lot of real-time tutorials here on YouTube. I actually have the girl on the left in green is a real-time project here on YouTube. So if you want to click the link in the end screen right here, you can actually start that project right now and do that in real time with me. I will see you over there. Have an awesome day.